Now, there end up to be about 4 steps in this. I'll talk about 3 of them. And to do this, I need to borrow a baby here. Not a real baby. I need somebody just to act as baby and come up here. You don't have to do anything here. You just sit there. What you need to see is me, because I'm going to go into the collecting dance here. And every single one of you, every single one of us knows this. We can feel it inside. We have it in us. It's not something you have to learn. It's something more to get in touch with you and to bring it where it counts the most in terms of the relationships with our children. Now, when you get within courting distance of an infant, or if you have any sense of responsibility to them whatsoever, if you're an uncle, an aunt, a grandpa, a parent, of course, or if you just love babies, you will notice something happen as you get into courting distance. As you get into courting distance, you usually break into a smile. And what you try to do is you try to collect the eyes, the smile, and the nod. Now, I got 2 out of 3, but that's pretty good because I don't have much time to court here. My baby's a bit hard to get, but that happens sometimes. Now, if I couldn't collect the eyes, what would I do with an infant? I would try to go everywhere, wherever their eyes went. You play hard to get here. Yes. And I would be trying to intercept to do this. Now, how different is this than how we usually relate to children? Listen to me. We try to command their attention instead of collect their attention. In collecting attention, you go and you look to where the eyes are going, and you get in place to be able to collect. A far different way. It becomes my responsibility to collect the attention of the child. Now, this is again, absolutely intuitively with infants, and then, of course, we try to collect the smile. They're old, it feels so good when they smile. It is incredible what we do to get babies to smile. Nobody has to teach us. Every one of us knows that, we just need to do, there is no shame as long as nobody's looking at us. But what we try to do is get the child to smile. We usually put a smile in our face, first of all, and then we try to get the nod as well, and a lot of times we prime it. Now, what I'm describing to you is actually the essence of a greeting ritual in an intact society. If you think of what the greeting rituals are, it involves exactly this: getting into somebody's face or space in a friendly way, collecting their eyes, a smile, and a nod. Now, if I was having trouble with the nod part of this, of the greeting, wasn't it a beautiful day today? And I would be doing this as a way of being able to collect the nod. And so that is intuitively how we get to first base. Now, one of the things about living in Provence was that you couldn't do business. You couldn't even order a baguette in a patisserie. You couldn't do business in the market unless you, first of all, engaged in a greeting ritual. The eyes met. There was the nod, the smile. This was first base. Now, we have this intuition with adults and with friends, and in some cases, in culture. But with our children, we tend to think we can parent them cold. We just go right into the business. Put your things away. Now, do this, do that. Set the table. And we go right into parenting cold. And we haven't even collected them. We haven't even collected them. Now, you watch an intuitive salesman. An intuitive salesman will go about this, getting the eyes, the smile, and the nod, and then we get plenty of nods, and into the nods, they'll put their request. You don't blow it by saying what you want before you've got the eyes, the smile, and the nod. The most important thing I could say to you today, if there's any mantra to take with you that can actually change your home, that can actually change it, is to collect before you direct. If we collected, one of the things that, one of the reasons I have so many children is so I can finally figure this thing out. But by the last 2 boys, we had figured something out that the morning ritual, when you get up in the morning and you say, okay, we are in a hurry now, we got to do this and do that. You know, if you give them direction outside of connection, even if they have a very good relationship with you, but the thing about children often is they can only operate out of one dynamic at a time. And so if they're not directly connected with you, if you don't have their eyes, their smile, and the nod, you don't have a context to do your job. And so if you say hurry, they slow down automatically. If you say do this, then they feel like doing the opposite. Do you follow me? That's exactly what it is. You get counter will that's pushed rather than wanting to do your bidding or being good. So one of the things that made a huge difference in our home is we actually decided to get up a bit early, and we had 2 chairs that later became called warm-up chairs in the hearth of our home. And we spent about 5-10 minutes just collecting our boys, getting in their face in a friendly way, collecting the eyes, the smile, and the nod. And in that context, then we proceeded with the day. We're in a hurry, I need to ask you to do this, I'd like you to, where's your homework, and those kinds of things. And it changed things remarkably. I deal a lot with group homes, with foster homes, with resident homes, with homes with very, very difficult to manage behavior. The same thing in every single one of those scenarios. The most important thing is to collect before you direct.